Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Still Can't Cook. You already know who I am. I am having kind of a weird week. I have a couple of pet peeves I'd like to bring up with you. Actually, I'm kind of annoyed at a couple things. Here's what happened. Backstory. I have a dog. You've heard about my dog. If you haven't heard about my dog, I have a dog named Oliver. He's the greatest thing that's ever happened to me in the world. Chose to have a dog, not have children. Actually, I didn't even choose a dog. That's not true. I had a cat that passed away. I loved my cat. God bless my little Jack Madden Fisher. But he died after 20 years, never spent a day in the vet, never left my apartment, spent every night with us. He was sick. He died the same day he got sick. It was sad and terrible, but if you had to go, it was the best way for it to happen. Anyway, fast forward. My cat's been gone about 2 months. I'm with a group of friends. We're sitting, it's raining, and they're talking about getting a dog themselves, and they want to have some cavapoo. Never heard of this dog. It's a designer dog. I know designer clothes. I don't know designer fucking dogs. Now I know. Back then I was like, well, it's a cavapoo. How they do that? Because in my head, poodles are really tiny, but there's all different sizes of all kinds of dogs. So anyway, fast forward. We end up going and looking at these dogs. On the way to look at the dog, my on again, off again is like, we're not getting a dog. There's no way, absolutely not. I'm like, I'm cool, dude. I don't want a dog. Like, our freedom is amazing. I have a great apartment. We travel all the time. Dog is not my life. Not doing it. Go into the pet store, which has since been closed. And he also said, if we're going to get a dog, we're going to go to a breeder. And I'm like, if I'm going to get a dog, I'm going to rescue a dog. We go in, we're looking at dogs, blah, blah, blah. This little guy, my dog is laying over there, so that's why I'm pointing over there, because I think you can see him off in the background. You cannot. He's off camera. Anyway, so we go at the pet store, we look at these couple dogs. I see a cavapoo. It's the strangest little thing I've ever seen. Not interested. Anyone who has a cavapoo, good for you. Wasn't my breed. And we go to leave. My girlfriend Elaine is looking up at who turns out to be Oliver. And she said, what about this guy? And I was like, I do not want a Sex and the City dog at all. He's a Cavalier King Charles. It's the dog that was from Sex and the City. Miranda? No. Charlotte's dog. Charlotte had the two, I don't remember. It's Elizabeth Taylor and somebody else. Grace Kelley or something. I don't know. I end up putting down payment on a dog. We leave. I'm stressed out. I definitely don't want this commitment. I'm like, I can't. I don't know what I was thinking. We come. We spend the night at home. On again, off again. Puts a down payment. He's like, if you don't want it, because they say if you put the down payment, they have to keep it. He was kind enough to know that I was going to stress out. He's like, let's just put the money down on the dog. We'll leave. The next day I wake up. It's Sunday morning. I'm like, absolutely not. Do I want a fucking dog running around my house, hair, weird shit, crazy? Now I couldn't even imagine a morning without my dog. But we go back to tell them that we're not going to take the dog because it's a Sunday. And I'm like, this dog is going to be in a cage waiting to get pet. So let's go back. So we walk in, we go to the counter. We're like, listen, thank you very much, but you can keep the dog. We're not going to do it. And they go, are you sure? And they said, last night was his first day here. We had literally met the dog right after it was dropped off from his family. So then my heart starts cracking. I leave this dog for its first time ever in a cage. I'm the worst. I go, no, we're good. Someone's going to buy it today. And as we go to he's coming up right now. And they come walking up from downstairs. They have a play date, I guess, downstairs with the dogs. They let them play. And this little guy is on this guy's hand and he starts to do this little. And long story short, it was like, thank you, that's our dog. I took the dog home. I fell in love with our dog. Obsessed. That's the backstory of Oliver. He just got sick. So here's what happens. I don't really know what happened. I decided to house sit someone else's dog, and Oliver is definitely an only child and did not dig it. And so I had my housekeeper come stay over, took the new puppy that we were babysitting. I had her sleep with the new puppy. The problem is Oliver's in love with her. I'm his mom, but that's his girlfriend, and he's very clear on the relationship and how that works. Like, he'll hug her till I walk in the room, and he's like, oh, he gets very weird about it. So it's an ongoing joke. That's the girlfriend. Anyway, the next morning, so Rebecca stays. She's got Ralph in her room, and I have Oliver in my room. And Oliver goes running to the door, all excited because, his girlfriend's there. The door opens. Ralph pops up and Oliver's like, "Rrr." So dog gets mad, tries to kill the other dog constantly. They're the same size, but it was a lot of stress. Anyway, the dog ends up getting sick. I fly to Miami with the dog. The dog gets very sick, throws up overnight. It's the worst possible thing because I understand parents have this stuff and people get mad at you when you make the comparison. Well, parents get mad at you when you make the comparisons between having a pet and having children. And it's the same thing. I am in love with this animal. I'm completely in charge of he can't eat. He can't do anything without me. He's completely dependent on me. And unlike a kid, he can't ever fucking tell me what's wrong with him. Ever. The only thing I can look at is his ears and what state of his poop. That's all you ever ask when you have a dog. How was his shit? How was his poop? I've asked more about poop in the last 3 years than I've ever asked in my whole entire life. And it will never stop because that's how you figure out if the dog is healthy. What was their poop like? The vet in Miami is amazing. It's a 24-hour emergency vet, but they let you hold a dog the entire time like every vet should. Not separate you and put your dog in a cage, which is awful. We have to do it sometimes. I've never had to do it, thank God. Anyway, he's sick. He's upset. It turns out my dog is stressed. So dog is stressed because I had another dog in the house and then put him on a plane and flew him to the on again, off again, who wasn't feeling well. I'm the worst. So here's the thing. Why I didn't have children is because I'm even bad at the parenting when it comes to a dog. So I put my dog in duress because I was kind enough to take the dog across the street, who was totally adorable, and then put the dog on a plane and flew him to on again, off again, who was sick. My whole story gets back to this. Today, my friends are in Jamaica, happily sitting on a beach. My friends are also traveling with some children. Myself and Oliver are freezing our ass off back in New York. You know why we're not there? Because this specific property does not allow dogs, but it allows children. Here's my issue. I don't really dislike children. I don't. I'll make jokes and I'll say how much I don't. Of course I love children. I love children who are likable. I don't like a lot of children because a lot of kids are annoying. And what is annoying is children on a beach. And my dog on a beach goes in the water, plays in the water. If he shits on the sand, he covers it up. If a kid shits on the sand, the mother's got to pick it up. He doesn't piss in his seats. He's not allowed on furniture. Why is my dog not allowed on furniture? When a kid with a diaper is going to piss and shit all over your furniture, but my dog, who has never shit or peed on the same chair he was sitting in his life, not allowed on furniture. I have a lot of issues with these dogs not allowed, kids allowed places, and I have a gripe. And this is my gripe. It's a pet peeve, and I'm annoyed. And I want to know what you think. Because is that cool? My dog is so sweet. Yeah, he's hairy. And people are allergic. I'm allergic to kids. I'm allergic to smelly, stinky little kids who kick sand in your face. I'm allergic to high-pitched volumes of kids saying mommy and daddy all day long. I don't like kids playing. I don't like kids playing. I don't like kids laughing. I'm only kidding. I do like kids laughing. But I mean, I was in the airport yesterday and we were in the lounge and these kids, I don't know what happens. I think parents must lose their fucking hearing because these kids behind me, if they would have said, this one kid wanted water, I want 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 water. How do you ask? I want water. Fucking kid, I'm going to get the kid water. The kid's asking for water. How do you ask? You speak. What's my name? Daddy. You really need a 2-year-old to say yes, fucking please, and thank you. Just give the kid water. He's already in a lounge. Like, clearly the kid's okay. You guys are flying first class. Give the fucking kid a water and shut up. He's going to lose his manners anyway. He's a guy. So out the door they're going to go as soon as he's got a girlfriend. Or maybe he's gay. If he's gay, who knows? He'll keep his manners. I would have to say the emotional trauma experienced by my sick dog throwing up and not being able to tell me what was wrong with him. The other thing that's aggravating is I fly with my dog because he's a service dog. And when anyone sits next to me, I always say, are you cool with it? And sometimes people are like, no. I'm like, fucker, no one's ever asked me if I was okay with your fucking kid kicking my seat or the smell of a diaper or the sound of their fucking voices. That pitch, that Mariah Carey fucking pitch, only a parent can hear. Yeah, it annoys the shit out of me. Not all children. Some children I love. The ones related to me and the ones related to my friends I like. And like kids that are sick. I love those kids. I mean, not that they should be sick. I want them to get better. But kids in general are fucking annoying. And they go through such nasty little phases. These kids yesterday in the airport, I feel really bad if these parents ever watch this. They were beautiful, really beautiful, beautiful children. But I don't know what kind of pills these parents were. I was like, I gotta fucking get out of here. They were yipping at each other and then yipping, like yelling at the parents. And then one kid was poking at the father and saying that he was just a pillow. God bless you for finding anyone who wants to do that with you and then doesn't fucking kill you after it happens. Because if I had a kid and my kid was annoying, I'd blame you. Whoever you are, my partner with the kid, help me with the kid. If my kid had an annoying voice or was a brat or was ugly, I'd have a problem. I would not. These kids yesterday were all beautiful, but their voices, the pitches that these kids were hitting, and the fact that they didn't say please and thank you at 2. This kid, he was like, I don't even think he had his hair yet. And the father's asking him to say please and thank you, just to irritate everyone around to prove that the kid had some class or something. If kids are allowed, dogs should be allowed, because clearly they're annoying dogs. I know a bunch of annoying dogs. My dog is not one of those dogs. So if a kid is allowed to go carte blanche anywhere they want, literally kids are allowed to, the only place kids are allowed to go is like the red carpet at a casino, which is literally right next to the machines because I've heard their fucking voices while I was trying to gamble. High-pitched little noises, like Mariah Carey, but only dwarfs. Drunken little fuckers. They're just annoying and they do stupid stuff. And I'm really having a moment as a dog owner. You should be allowed to go anywhere kids can go because he's cuter and sweeter and will not shit on things unless he's super, super sick, which has never happened, but I guess it probably could. So that's my whole rave about this week and all the new stuff going on this year is that I am, trying not to curse. That's not working out well. This episode is going to be really exciting. I'm really happy to announce that I have a friend of mine, a really great guy. You guys might know him. His name is Cipha Sounds. He was a DJ for years with Hot 97. He's also a stand-up comedian. He's funny and amazing. He's a father. He's a friend. He's a really good dude. happens to be from the Bronx. Not his fault. Parents, whatever. I'm from Brooklyn. We know how that goes. So he and I are going to talk. We're going to figure out how we know each other and tell some stories. So, okay, I want to welcome Cipha Sounds to Still Can't Cook. Welcome,
I'm here.
Hi.
So there's no snacks because you can't cook.
I cannot cook.
Okay.
No. There's Uber Eats.
Right. The snacks can be brought in.
Yeah,
You didn't make.
Never.
Oh,
no.
Okay, got it.
No, you know
Got
what? I'm lying. I can make Annie's macaroni and cheese, and I have some. So if you get hungry.
I don't know. I'm just wondering if
What pitch was that? Your voice just went up to
It sometimes goes up. Sometimes it goes up.
You just went up to a very
What
high.
can you cook?
In reality?
Yeah.
Nothing.
Eggs?
I made eggs this morning.
Okay. You can whip together eggs.
I can try. They're not ever good.
I can't cook either. And during the pandemic, I was trying to eat healthier. So I just taught myself how to do basically stir fries, put chicken and vegetables in a pan and just keep going like this until it looks brown.
Did it work?
Oh, yeah, it worked.
Okay.
I lost mad weight. That was a long time ago.
I was going to say you found it, huh?
You found me.
Listen, it's like me and the cursing. I'm trying to get away from it, man. It's just
oh my God, me too.
It's calling me. I try to go to sleep at night. I'm like, fuck, my pillow. I'm like, I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say it. Fuck. Fuck is a good one. That's a hard one to get away from.
I'm trying not to curse as much. That's so weird you said that.
That's my New Year's resolution. And that and a mic, there's this little tiny mic we just discovered that you'll see it, but it's have you seen these little mics people carry?
Yeah.
What am I, under a bridge? How do I not? She just gave it to me and I was on this little mics.
Yeah.
Why do you have that?
The world is different. I don't have it. I've just seen it.
I would like you to do a whole set with it. Can you do a stand-up set with it?
No, I would not do that.
Make everyone put it in their phones and you speak on the little mic. First of all, I love that you put the pinky up. I didn't even do that. I was very masculine with I held my mic. All right, let's talk about you.
Okay.
So
yes.
I'm sure most people know you. If they don't, they should get out from under the rock like me with the little mic. So Cypha is a DJ for years and was with Hot 97.
Yep.
Started playing with a lot of really well-known hip-hop rappers. I said a band earlier. Not supposed to say that word. No bands. Groups. Rap groups. Yeah. And was on Hot 97 and then decided to try comedy. Well, he was funny. You were funny on 97 too. You have a comedy show on Hot 97.
Yeah, I've always been funny with friends. But that's not the same as comedy.
I'm glad I'm here for you because I can keep you funny. So now Cypha is a stand-up.
Full-time stand-up comedian.
For me, when I first, so what's funny is we want to know when we met. One of the questions is how we met or when we met. I don't remember meeting you.
Me neither.
I feel like
we can figure it out around a time because of our friends and stuff, but I don't know exactly.
But around what time? If we had to go a time, is there a year span? Because the thing with me is you didn't know my name. I always knew your name.
Right.
So meeting you wasn't a name I didn't already know. Where different is now I'm Kelley. You had to meet. So it's more important for you to remember actually.
But
Sorry. I got out because you were famous.
Were you around the Chappelle show times?
I was around with him only because I worked at Soho Grand and I knew Neil and I knew him. And
but
not on set, none of that stuff. No.
Yeah. So obviously we know each other through Chappelle, Dave Chappelle.
He's been mentioned in every single show.
He's going to be.
It's annoying.
He's going to be every time.
Sorry, Elaine. Sorry,
I
guys.
name drop Dave Chappelle twice a day, every day in my life. It's just.
When I watched I've done other episodes, and when I went back and watched them, I was like, oh God, how many times did we say this guy's name in an episode?
Yeah, but the thing about
because you know what it is, guests though, friends of mine associate. I mean, you and I know each other through him, but when my friend Dean was on, we don't know each other through David, but it came up in part of because everyone's a fan.
Yeah,
you know.
But also, it's not like we're name dropping a celebrity. Dave is just this great energy.
Yeah.
And the person he's just a dope connector.
Yeah.
There's so many people I know because of him that are now great friends. You know what I mean? And he's always the nucleus. And then I met Dave. I was introduced to Dave through Mos Def and Talib Kweli.
Okay.
We were in the studio and then he came to see them and that's how I met him.
Did you work with them too?
Yeah, where I was at A&R for Raucous Records.
Okay.
Right? In the hip hop game. Okay. So that's how I met him. And then all my comedy stuff started through him eventually. But I met so many people in different states. I met 8 black mayors.
Wow.
With Dave in different places that are always like, hey, if you ever come back to town, let us know.
I'm counting right now. I think I met about 3.
Yeah, black mayors. It's like a thing.
I don't open for him, so I'm not in all the shows.
It's like a thing. Like all black mayors come see Dave.
Yeah.
I mean, others white too, but mostly black. You worked at the Soho Grand, which is a hotel in New York City.
Before Soho Grand,
He's been on a 10-year...
Can I say don't call it a comeback? Sorry.
Yeah, call it a comeback, baby.
Couldn't help myself.
Okay, so it was his 40th birthday. His 40th birthday, a lot of his friends did like a Chappelle Show reunion when he was on the Oddball Festival tour.
Okay.
So we were in Houston.
I was not there.
No, you weren't there.
Yeah.
But that was when I came back. Everyone gathered up, Chappelle Show reunion to surprise him.
Okay.
And he saw all of us and went crazy.
Okay.
So that was his 40th birthday.
So it's 10 years
he just
ago.
turned
50.
51.
In August.
So it had to be 2013.
Right.
So we met somewhere in there.
Wow.
2013,
Yeah, I
2014.
just knew your name. So for me, it's easier,
Yeah.
like, if I didn't know who you were,
Yeah.
but you I always knew. So I think it was just like hearing that you were in the room.
Yeah,
and
that's
meeting you for
it's
the
a
first
weird
time.
phenomenon with me.
Yeah.
Where strangers come up to me and ask me intimate questions.
Well, because you were in their
they've heard
houses and
about
in their
me.
cars, and you like the voices. You know, people might not
Radio
know.
is
Sorry.
the most intimate
Yeah.
form of entertainment and media, right? You're in your car every day by yourself, just you and whoever's talking. And it's like, it's just me, like you're not talking to your friends. Sometimes you're like alone and like you just hear things that I've said over how many years I've been on the air.
Yeah.
And you just start piecing together and you're like my friend.
Yeah, so I don't remember the actual meaning of you, but I do know I knew your name, and I was intimidated the first few times we talked. Like, kind of, yeah. I grew up in Brooklyn, dude. I was like, there are certain people who, I know I grew up with hip hop too. I was telling
I hate
Deanna
that when
earlier.
people say that.
What?
Like you're intimidated by me. Like I'm a regular guy.
But you know, you were the voice on the radio, and you had like, you worked with really the best names in hip hop and rap.
biggest.
And, yeah, and like
The
I
biggest.
grew up listening to like Eric B and Rakim and Public Enemy and Boogie Down Productions, and I used to break dance and pop, believe it or not, I did. And it's kind of crazy. And yeah, you definitely were someone that when I finally remember kind of settling into you, I was like, oh, this is crazy. He's a big fucking deal.
Yeah, but I thank you.
It's true.
And all the credit, all my accolades, I never take them for granted. I feel blessed, but I also work very hard on being a regular person and a human being.
Yeah.
Because I've seen so many celebrities or so many nobodies become celebrities
Yeah.
and then flip out.
Yeah, we've seen it. I've seen it.
So many. I'm like, what's going on up there?
But then they have to come back down. What happens a lot of time, God is good. What happens is they get there,
Yeah.
they're assholes to the people they knew. You gotta, I had someone taking a picture, one of our mutual, we were at a show, and someone that I knew forever and a day, I went to wave, and I was actually waving past them. Someone was behind them that I knew, and they were taking a picture with some other celebrity. And they were like, hang on a second. And I go, I wasn't fucking talking to
Yeah,
you.
wow.
And like, and by the way, get over yourself.
Yeah.
Like, I knew you when. Like,
Yeah.
not a fan, brother. Bring it down. Even if I was waving at you, I've known you since you're fucking 15 years old. What are
Yeah.
you telling me to hush because you're taking a picture with someone famous? Give me a
Yeah,
break.
it should be, oh my God.
Yeah, 1 sec. Do people recognize you now that you're a comic, a comedian? I don't know, a comic, comedian, whatever. Do people know your face? Like, you were the name, like, but was your face well known because your name and your voice was well known? Would
Yeah,
people
but-
know you in a store? Because it wasn't like today.
You know, it wasn't like today, but also like when I was on the morning show, there was billboards all around the city.
Oh, word?
Which was crazy.
Of your face.
Yeah, me and my co-hosts.
Maybe I did know
And
this.
also, I did a lot of clubs. I did a lot of events. I was on MTV. I grew up in the Bronx. I went to high school in Long Island.
Are you mad that it wasn't Brooklyn? Are you okay?
No, I'm very happy with Brooklyn.
Are you sure you settled into that?
Yeah, this Brooklyn is not.
Uh-oh, be easy now, because you know I'm from Brooklyn.
I know it's you people are.
Wow.
You think what is
See, they
what's,
do that. That's what
what's
they do.
happening when y'all grow up that it's like this
Bronx, he can't help himself.
cloak that you go under like nothing is better in the world.
Well, it's true. It's not. We can't help it.
What I've driven around is
I've driven around the Bronx.
but I'm not screaming the Bronx is the best place ever.
Really? What about that tattoo on your back that says Bronx rules?
Listen, I'm proud of the Bronx. I'm proud of it.
What about
But
you walked in?
Brooklyn
You
people,
walked in humming.
You Brooklyn people think there's nothing else. You want your
Don't
you should just,
marginalize me, man.
You know, okay, you know, here's what Brooklyn people hate. You live on Long Island.
Wow.
You live on Long Island, but you
Wait,
talk all
that's
this
like Plymouth Rock. Did it land on us?
I did listen.
Sorry, that was a Denzel
the piece
quote.
of land that you live on is Long Island.
Attached.
Now you're like, oh, it's not Nassau County. It's Long Island.
It's attached.
You cross that Brooklyn Bridge, you're going onto an island called Long.
I think we need to cut this. Is it like, brrr, can we do that when Cypha's talking and just have like a big picture of the Brooklyn Bridge and a bunch of people behind it like Biggie?
But listen, I went to high school in Long Island, so I get it.
Where'd you go to high school? Why'd you go to Long Island?
My mom got a promotion and we had to move.
My mom got a promotion and we had to move.
My mom got a promotion at FedEx, so then we moved to Long Island. Yeah, I went to high school, went to college for 1 year. I had like some little odd jobs, FedEx, McDonald's, a couple little jobs, Chicken Choice.
I don't know.
Chicken Choice was like a local chicken spot. And then at a very young age, I got called to DJ for Little Kim.
Okay.
And then that was it. I was out of here.
I'll do it.
96.
She left. She came to Soho Grand once, and she was. I was a server at the time. She did something on the couch. A little while later, I get a phone call at the host stand, and they asked for me because it was my table, and she had somehow put lotion on, and her grandmother's diamond ring slipped off her hand. And I went into the wedge of the couch and I found, I don't know how it was her grandmother's unless she bought, this shit was like, I could have ice skated on it. Shit. And she was like, we're going to come back and get it. And I held on to it and she came back and her assistant came back and I gave them the diamond. And 2 days later I came in and Fresh? Fresh?
Yeah.
I had a box, I swear to God, it was,
that's dope.
It was just full of everything, every scrub, every cream, and she just wrote me, "Thank you so much." A lot of people would have kept it.
Yeah.
And I would have never kept it.
Yeah,
I was like holding it. I swear I was sweating in my hand. I was like, this thing was it was like so big. But yeah, I gave it back to her. But she was cool. I've only met her once when I found a diamond ring.
Yeah. So I've been in the game. I've really my whole adult life.
What do you think for you the transition to comedy and like now full comedy, right? You spin. But
very rarely. I consider myself mostly retired from DJing.
Did you miss it? Do you think about it?
I just love stand-up so much. So
you're very good at it.
It's like, thank you very much. But it's like a whole new passion. And every moment I'm not doing stand-up, if I'm not writing to do it, I feel like I'm wasting time. Like I'm old already. So I gotta like be on it. So DJing would just, I'm on a new radio station called 94.7 The Block.
Okay.
It's all throwbacks.
Okay.
I DJ on that on Fridays and Saturdays. But it's all 90s and 2000s.
You're like 1,000 jobs. You do
I do a lot.
A lot.
I do a lot.
Because you just worked today before you got here.
Before here,
at the cellar.
I do a lot, but it's fun. I love it. And like when I DJ on the radio, it's 90s and 2000s. I can do that with my eyes closed.
Yeah.
I don't want to chase new music.
Right.
If you tell me to do a throwback party, I'm ready. Right now, I'm ready.
Yeah, I have me too, and I'm not a DJ. I have a whole playlist in my head.
I'm ready right now. If you tell me, you got to play all the new stuff, I can't do it.
Yeah.
I can't do it.
I know like 3 new songs. I watch SNL now, and I'm like, I have no idea. The Grammys, when I'm like, MTV Awards or whatever they don't have those anymore.
Yeah.
Any of these music things, I'm like, I have Taylor Swift. Yeah. I'm like, I know her.
Yeah.
I don't know who anybody else is. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Because we're old. I'm older than you. You're going to be 50, huh?
I'm 48.
What year is this?
76.
76 you're born?
Yeah.
Never mind. So Cypha's 12, and welcome to the show. He just aged. It's hip hop. It's the game.
My mom had to sign a waiver for me to be here.
It's hard. It's been a hard life. So going up in the Bronx is what I'll do to you.
But yeah, it's I love it. Like I just want to just go on stage and tell jokes.
Do you have a favorite show like so far? The best set, the best night. You get to run with some big names.
So many,
though. I can't. Even
okay, a recent one.
Yeah.
I'll tell you a recent one. So I was doing. We was on tour with Dave Chappelle, and like Dave Chappelle told me to do stand up back in '02, when I was a DJ on the Chappelle show. We used to warm up the crowd. I would play music. He would warm up the crowd, and I would do funny stuff. And he was like, "Yo, your timing is good. You should try stand up."
Wow.
And I was like, "Why would I do stand up? You're stupid." And then years later, I'm like, he was right. So I've known Dave forever, and I would DJ for his shows. And then one time, I think Donnell might have been late, or one of the openers was late, and they were like, "Oh shit, nobody's here to open." I said, I'll start. I'll do 5 minutes. And his tour manager was like, "You do stand up?"
Wow.
I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "Oh, okay, go ahead." And then from that moment on, I got to do stand up.
I got to tell you, I think I was at the show.
Probably.
I think I was at the show.
Yeah. So everybody was like, "Why is a DJ doing stand up?"
Yeah.
But I was already doing stand-up. I only DJ'd for Dave because he asked me. Because that's my brother. So then the point was, anytime I DJ'd for Dave, if his DJ was out for some reason, I would also get to do stand-up.
Right.
But he would never call me just to do stand-up.
Right, you weren't an opening act.
Now he calls me just to do stand-up. So his DJ's there. and I'm doing stand-up. So we just went on a tour. We did Dave Chappelle and Killer Mike, and we did 10 cities. I only did 8 of them. I didn't do the West Coast.
Oh, you're so slacker.
One of the shows was Madison Square Garden, the theater. To me, it's just another show. You know, there's no phones, there's no Instagram. Yeah. Dave is very private, no phones, so everybody's low key.
Except for my podcast, we're talking about you all the time.
So I go
He's gonna want to lock up my phone.
I go in the backstage, I go in my green room, I go on stage, I open the show, then Michael Che went on and Killer Mike goes on, does like 45 minutes, then I go back again just to break up the music and the comedy, do 5 minutes, and then Dave comes up. I felt I killed, but it was great. And my kids were there with me because it's New York. I was like, oh, this is cool. They should see me at the Garden. Then at the end of the show, I'm taking my son. He's like half asleep on me. I'm holding him. And I'm going to go say goodbye to Dave. I'm like, I got to get these kids home. It's late. I'm not going to go to the after party. A couple people were telling me, yo, you killed tonight. You killed tonight. But I'm like, thank you, whatever, humble. Then I go to Dave's room and Queen Latifah's there. And she's like, Cipha. Yo, she goes, Dave, move. And she comes up to me. She gives me the biggest hug with my son in my arms.
Oh, shit.
She's like, Cypha, you killed it. And she says what all people say that I hate. I didn't even know you did comedy. I'm like, my marketing is terrible.
Well,
I've been doing this for
years. You've heard it here first, people.
Yeah. So she gives me love. And then all these other people are like, you killed it, yeah. And I got like more love than usual. And I was like, oh, I'm home. These people know me.
Right.
I'm not in another town where they don't know the New York guy. So then I leave and my phone just starts going crazy because everybody starts unlocking their phones.
Yeah.
So DMs, text messages, Cipha, I was there, I was at the show, you killed it, da-da-da-da-da. And I was like, oh, this was a moment, you know? Like, I didn't realize it was like a homecoming / introduction. So like, if we ever go back in the future, when I look back, that Garden show is gonna be a big deal.
Catalyst to something.
I could tell. It already like, I'm getting more love like from people like, yo, when can I see you in New York? Where you at?
Because the fact is, honestly, doing that here, this is the hardest place in the world to do anything. You know what I mean? New York, the song is not a fucking joke. If you can make it here, right? To get up on stage at the Garden, being from here with your son in the audience, with some of your oldest and dearest friends. I mean, that's and you didn't even let it hit you on stage. You're such a dude. You missed the moment. It's such a guy thing. A girl would be sobbing on her way out.
No, because you know what it is? I take every show. I don't take any show for granted.
Right. You're grateful for all of it.
I say thank you so much. I must annoy Dave.
Yeah. You're annoying me, so it's perfect.
How much?
Kidding.
How much I say, I'm like, yo, if he buys dinner, and he always buys dinner, I'm like, yo, thank you. I appreciate it. You could put me in a shitty hotel. You can put me in on a coach flight. I'm just happy to be here. And it's not like that. It's first class everything always. It's great. But I'm like, this is really what I want to do. I met such cool people. I do great shows. Learned a lot. And one time I was with Dave. He was like, yo, come with me to Paris. He's always last minute. He's like, 2 days from now.
As his travel agent, I'm going to tell you.
You know, right?
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
So he's like, come with me to Paris. It's Fashion Week. We're going to do some shows. And I go, I can't. He goes, why? I got to do the Funny Bone in Toledo, Ohio. And he's like, what? You're not going to come with me to Paris to do shows during Fashion Week. You're going to go to Toledo. And then he was like, that's the right answer. That's 100% the right answer. Go do your own shows. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, he really is just incredible. To back up what you were saying earlier about the friend group and like to get the people that you get to meet, one of the things that are very cool about the group is that if you are an asshole, you're quickly eliminated.
Oh, yeah.
There has people have come and gone, you know, because there's a lot of plus ones along the way. Yeah. And then someone will smell it and be like, we don't know about it. And as soon as the whole team feels a vibe, it really is a very special, I don't know how to explain to people. Because people look at it and think for me, you know, I'm not an entertainer. Yeah. I am now. But no, but I'm not part of that, you know? So people never understood where I fit in. Like, oh, you and your celebrity friends. I'm like, it's really not like that. It's me and my friends.
That's what I was going to say. Take celebrity out.
Yeah.
It's friends.
It's friends. It just happens to be the fucking coolest thing in the world. Like, you can't even, you can't explain it. Like, it's hard to recognize what it looks like.
And I don't have a lot of friends because I love working. I stay busy. Yeah. And it's hard to maintain friendships the amount of and also your friends get older, they have kids, some people start settling down kind of. I'm like, I'm going up.
Yeah.
I'm out every night. I'm late. They're like, how do you do it? I was like, I just love it. But like Michelle Wolf is like my sister. I love Michelle Wolf. You know what I mean? Like, she's my friend. And then she was doing some of the shows with us the last couple of weeks. So like reconnecting because she's been away is great. Like, oh, this is my friend. These are my friends.
It's really funny with Michelle. You know, I have a picture in the house of the night that we actually met, and our mutual friends, my girlfriend Stacy. I didn't know Michelle. I suck. I don't know. I knew you from the radio. Yeah. But I don't know who anybody is. I'm really terrible. And it makes it great sometimes. But we're backstage. And Stacy said, oh, Michelle Wolf. And I had watched the White House Correspondents thing with David, and I thought it was old. I didn't realize we had watched it live. We were flying together.
Right.
I went home. I was going to Ohio with him. And he was like, oh, check this out. And she was funny, but I'd never heard of it. But I thought we were watching something old, right?
Yeah.
So fast forward, we're in Atlanta, and our mutual friend was like, oh, that's Michelle Wolf, blah, 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 and she did it. And I was like, I don't think female comics are funny. Sorry, guys, I had it. At that point, I'm wrong. I've been wrong. I was wrong. Cut that. Thank you to the editor. But at that point, it was very limited who I thought was funny as women, because I don't think self-deprecation is funny. I don't give a fuck if you're not married and you're looking for a husband. If you're not married and you're settled in not being married, that's one thing. But if you're like whining about what you're dating, what your mother thinks about you, there was certain comics who did this. I'm fat and ugly, I'm not married, and always complaining about men. None of that is real every day, right? I think men are fuck fabulous. Not being married is a choice that some of us make. It just, I found it routinely boring. I apologize for the funny ones, but there's not a lot. Anyway, fast forward, they knew that I felt that way, and it was like, but I'm also the one who's more like outgoing of the crew. And it was like, let's go talk to her. So I went over and I said, hi, heard your, Michelle with what I'm like, my girlfriend Stacey's a huge fan of yours. And so we meet and we hang out. And then she gets up and I was like, if this girl gets up and she's not funny, I'm going to be so fucking mad at Stacey. And she killed. Yeah. And when she came down off stage, I was like she didn't know who I was from out of like my opinion matters. Right? Who the fuck am I? But I was like, that was amazing. And Michelle was like, really? And her voice went up. And she had said one of the funny things about our friendship. I kind of pushed myself on. I was like, oh, we got to go to Pilates. You got to come. So she had to go to Wonder Bar with me. But we started hanging out. And then we just went. It was like it was meant. It was like kismet. But she never really had girlfriends, and we are a lot. We have a very core group of friends, and we have a lot of opinions. Cool. And the thing about Michelle, though, she's the working comic out of all of us. The rest of us are, not. Yeah. So the women, the female girlfriends, they're all, moms and have lives and shit, but they're not comics. So Michelle has to deal with us and she's trying to work, and we're like, but I'm fighting with him, and she's like, I'm writing. I'm like, but he did this again, and she's like, I'll call you in like 20 minutes. I'm writing. Yeah. Well, the one thing about comedy too that I learned from her, everything is work. Wherever you walk and whenever you're doing everything, because you constantly have to see things in a different perspective and find what's funny about just everyday stuff. And it is like, I'm funny, but I'm not a comic. Never been told to be a comic.
It's two different things.
It's completely two different things. Yeah. That is such a crafted. I don't cook because I can't figure out a fucking recipe. Now I'm getting up and like putting together a show.
Yeah.
If I couldn't be edited, you'd have to take a drama meeting to watch my show, because I'm all over the fucking place.
Yeah, that's true. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I tell a lot of people, you're the funniest person at your job doesn't mean you're a comedian.
Yeah.
It could lead to it if you wanted it to. But also, you could be the funniest person at your job and with your friends, and you don't have to be a comedian. Yeah. Just be that.
People that I remember once, this is a funny story, Jeff Wills. I had lunch with Jeff Wills once at Soho Grand, and we had known each other for a while. And we were talking and we're having lunch, and he's like, oh, this is when you're going to tell me you want to be a comic, right? And I was like, what?
Yeah,
and he's like, are you pitching me to be a comedian? I'm like, are you an idiot? What are you talking about? And he was like, oh, I thought this is, and I was like, this is me, you moron. I'm just funny, but I know I'm not a comic. Like, when you're lucky enough to be in, the world and get to see these amazing comedians and see the process behind it. Yeah, I am not, and never claim to be. People don't understand the process. And I think it's funny that they think because you're funny, you should be a comedian, having no idea the struggle of what it is to be a comedian.
Yeah, and how you could be, but it's not.
Wouldn't be good.
It's not the same thing.
Anybody can get on stage and call them, like, I could probably cook. Doesn't mean it'd be good.
You could also go on stage and be funny.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean you're a comedian.
Agreed.
You know what I mean? Agreed. There's a lot of people that you might go on stage, say some funny shit. Sometimes somebody in the crowd says something hilarious and everyone laughs. That's not being a comedian. It's fine.
Hecklers are not comics.
Yeah, exactly.
Shh. you guys.
Yeah, it's like a whole nother life.
It's funny though when you see the process the way we get to, like, and again, me not being part of it, just watching people's how, like, watching Donnell before he gets up. Everyone's got their own thing.
Yeah.
You could tap dance. Dave, you could tap dance on his head and he gotta go. He's gone. He's like, that's it. There's no prep for him.
Yeah.
Other people need a little bit of time alone. They need stuff. Do you have a process? Do you have something you do every time?
I hate being alone. Comedy's lonely.
Yeah.
You're on the road a lot alone. Yeah. I like when a couple of friends are around and we're talking shit and I go right up. Like,
now, do you have an opening
energy.
comic, yeah? Do you have someone who opens for you?
Sometimes. It's like, it depends. It's like, it's expensive.
So you pay an opening comic?
But yeah, like I gotta pay for the flight, the hotel.
Okay.
Like sometimes the club pays them. If not, I gotta pay them.
Okay.
So it depends. I'm getting better gigs lately where I can bring an opener, but sometimes not.
So then you just go up. It's like Cypha's on stage.
There's openers local.
Okay.
Local people. And you don't know them. You don't know if they're going to be good. Or it's not even that they're going to be good. It's that, to complement your style. The openers you would pick for yourself are different than you so that it complements your what you're going to do.
Do you have a favorite rapper?
I have this question all the time.
Like a Get Happy song? Because I have a Get Happy song.
There's so many different categories, right? So if you ask me my favorite hip-hop song of all time.
Yeah.
I'll say Elevators by Outkast.
Okay.
Why? Because that's the song that you can play on repeat 9-10 times and I won't get tired of it.
Do I have no idea what that is? Do I know the song? Because I suck
You know
at this.
Me and You, Your Mama and Your Cousin Too. If you don't know that part, then you don't know it.
No.
But like, I'm in a different zone. You gotta catch me. I'm either like hardcore dancehall reggae or 90s.
So you don't have a song like a go-to song.
It depends what it is. For what? What's the go-to? Where am I going?
If you're sad right now, I'm going to make you cry. I'm going to be mean to you, and you're going to feel real sad. What song do you put on?
Like if I'm leaving here,
really sad,
and I gotta hype myself up.
Yeah. Once
I don't want to be sad.
You don't want to be sad.
To make me happy.
To make you happy.
No, I don't. It's a my
Did you see
shuffle.
The build-up? He was like, and I'm like, what is it?
Well, my
like,
shuffle is crazy. So like something will work.
So you don't have a go-to?
Not one song, no. I love too much music.
I love music too, and for me, so I don't know any new hip-hop at all. And when new hip-hop, I'm like, I kind of, even Kanye, I don't know, really, as fucked up as that sounds. Like, I stopped hip-hop when it was, like, I listened to Big Daddy Kane, Eric B., Public Enemy, Boogie Down Productions.
Oh, you go past that though, right?
I mean, not very much.
Not 90, not Tribe Called Quest. De La
I love
Soul.
Tribe. I mean, I love Tribe and I love De La. Yes, I do. But like verbatim, knowing every lyric, every minute. No, I knew like I love Renegades. I love Africa Bambaataa and the Soul, Sonic Force. Like that's the stuff growing up in Brooklyn that I listened to. But
so what do you listen to?
I listen to everything, which kind of sad.
But just kind of background.
I like, but my favorite song, my Get Happy song, is going to completely off the topic. But it's Rainbow Connection by Kermit the Frog, which is nuts. But I listen to it every single day.
What?
Yes.
What is that?
You really don't know the Rainbow Connection?
It's not Easy Being Green?
It's not that one.
Okay.
It's Someday We'll Find It, the Rainbow Connection.
Oh my God.
Okay, so first of all, if you haven't seen the video, show your kids the video. Because Kermit, not only is he singing with the banjo, but you do see his knees. Which
I know it. Yeah,
whenever you see his knees, it's a fucking good day. But he sings about finding the rainbow connection, and one day we'll find it, the lovers, the dreamers, and me. And it makes me happy, and I listen to it every single day.
You had some kind of emotional stress, and then that song triggered something. Yeah.
I saw the Muppet movie. I think it was the Muppet movie the first time I heard it, and it was the other song is, you know, The Moon in New York City? I think it was Arthur.
I love that song.
Okay, that song fucked me up.
Christopher Cross?
I
You don't even know who sings it?
I'm bad at all this shit. I don't know.
You know it's from the movie Arthur.
It's from Arthur.
Okay,
that I know. I didn't know who sang it.
Yeah.
And those are both, I heard them in movies, and somehow it hit me. And Rainbow Connection is from, I think, New York. I think The Muppets Take Manhattan. It's from some movie. I don't know. It's like uplifting.
I wonder if it's a visual thing.
It could be. First of all, his fucking knees make me happy. You can't ever be in a bad mood if you see Kermit's knees.
I never thought about it.
Look him up in a bicycle with Miss Piggy, and you see it's that little balls. It's the cutest thing in the entire world. But Rainbow Connection throws, and the other one that I would sing and still does it all the time is Chain Reaction, Diana Ross. Can never be in a bad mood.
I don't know that one.
Yes, you do.
I probably don't know that.
Get in the middle of a chain reaction.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Diana Ross. Those are my two Get Happy songs.
So how do you listen to music now?
I can't even say her name. She'll yell. I have that little box with a name in my house.
Right, but you'll say play what?
I'll say I'll say play, like earlier today I did 80s hip hop, and then I played Eric B. and I did,
So you'll yell out 80s hip hop.
Yeah. But then I'll do like, I listen to Neil Diamond. I Am is one of my favorite songs ever. That's a great song.
So in that vein, I'm like, I love The Police.
Okay, love The Police.
The Police is like my favorite group.
Wow, really?
Non-hip hop favorite group. The
U2
Police.
is my favorite group.
I like Frank Sinatra.
Oh,
Here's
and the
thing.
Goo Goo Dolls. Goo Goo Dolls is my favorite group. Sorry, John.
What? Google Dolls.
Johnny, one of the lead singer of the Goo Goo Dolls, is a good friend of mine. So, but I mean, I do love them too, and I just jumped right over
I
them.
only know maybe one of their songs.
You know more. You know a lot more than their songs.
More
You
than
just
I
don't
think-
know
than I
what's-
know.
Yeah. Slide and Name and Iris. You know them.
So I love Frank Sinatra.
Love Frank Sinatra. Send in the Clowns, one of the best songs ever.
Here's the thing though, don't get mad at me. I don't really love Frank Sinatra's music.
All right.
I love Frank Sinatra.
Can you do the? I'm gonna get the beep over side. What are you talking about?
I don't love the music. I just
what-
love him. I love Frank Sinatra.
So you like Frank Sinatra because I love Kate Moss, but I don't love Kate Moss like a girl who loves another girl.
Right.
Kinda. I just want to look at her and smell her. I do. I think she probably smells like
no, if I could
cigarettes and whiskey.
I
and
mean,
cocaine.
Frank Sinatra obviously died, but if I could meet Frank Sinatra, that would be
Really, Frank Sinatra's like the dude on the bucket list
It's
for
like
you.
I try to name my son Sinatra.
A girlfriend of mine has a dog named Sinatra.
A daughter?
A dog named
Oh,
Sinatra.
dog.
It's a
Yeah.
girl dog. named
Yeah,
Sinatra.
that's his middle name. I couldn't get the first name. No one has that name.
So why didn't you give him Sinatra as the first name?
But there's the other half of the kid that wouldn't let me.
Other half of the mix. Okay,
Yeah.
got it.
But I love Sinatra. I got like every book ever written by him. I got every movie, every album.
I've never seen you, so that's funny because I would imagine that'd be some part of you if you're into him that you'd have like you'd embody him, and you don't. You don't have like a weird hat. You don't wear suits. Do you feel like Sinatra when you're dressed up?
No, I never dress up. No, Sinatra would hate me. I never wear shoes. Sinatra wouldn't like me.
Oh, yes, he would.
No, the way I know him.
Okay.
I study him. He'd be like, "Yo, well, you look like a bum."
Probably.
Like there's a book called "The Way You Wear Your Hat," and it's like Frank Sinatra's guide to being cool.
First thing I
It's the
thought about was
greatest book.
hats. It's like, I don't see.
It's the greatest book. He did a lot for like I hate to say race relations and all that stuff. He really stood up for people. And then if you look at it in that era, he said a lot of wild shit that people are like, oh, he was racist. No, he was Italian from Jersey in 1950s.
Yeah, he was
and
who he is, right.
But like he would they would be like, yo, Sammy Davis Jr. can't come in the front door. And he's like, well, we're not doing the show then.
Perfect.
You know what I'm saying? Like stuff like that.
I don't know this shit about him, so now I gotta
Oh,
look into
it's
him.
amazing. Great.
He did a. I love Elvis. A big, huge, diehard
Yeah.
Elvis fan. I went to Graceland for my 16th birthday. My parents said, "You want to jet ski or you want to go to Graceland?" And I went to Graceland because it was
What?
also his 10th anniversary.
Oh, that's crazy.
So yeah, anyway, but there is a clip of Sinatra and Elvis, and they're on some show, and they're doing each other's songs.
Yeah, it's amazing.
And
I know it.
Elvis does witchcraft, and you're like,
Yeah.
See, but you don't like his music.
No, I mean,
Sinatra,
I like when I was 17.
Send in the Clowns is the greatest song, one of the greatest songs ever written lyrically.
Yeah.
I'm into lyrics. That's why the hip hop that I like is like, I remember finding out Jesus Christ was black. I grew up in a house where I thought he was white. Public Enemy taught me that Jesus Christ was black. And I was like, oh, it makes sense. The lineage all makes sense. And so when I was a kid, I used to smoke weed and I would buy dime bags on Flatbush and Nostrand Avenue.
That's a very New York sentence that was just said.
And we'd have to buy, you'd have to go into the store and buy a pin or a tape deck so you can buy music, and that's how you got the weed. You have to buy something from the store.
Right.
But it was an all-black store. Everything was Afrocentric.
Yeah.
And so I had like Malcolm X pins and crazy pins all over my car, and I got the cassette, the first, I don't know the album, but whatever it talks about Jesus Christ is black and how the transition and from the Israelites and how and the whole, and I was stoned out of my face and I went inside and I was like to my parents and we have Jesus in the house.
Were you sure that was Public Enemy or was that Boogie Down Productions?
Is it Boogie Down
Boogie Down
Productions?
Productions had a whole like edutainment, You Must Learn, and all that stuff.
It talks about, oh, you know what? It's KRS-One. I'm listening to the voice in my head. It's KRS-One. Yeah. It is Boogie Down Productions.
I think it's You Must Learn.
He goes down the whole lineage and how he was black.
Abraham was the son of
Muhammad. Muhammad was, yeah, that's it. See?
That's a great song.
That's a great song. That's actually a really great song. Yeah. And I went into my family and I was like, everyone, we've been lied to. Jesus is black. And my father's like, are you stoned? It's like, totally.
Yeah,
but he's black.
But still.
I'm like, I don't know about the red hair, but he's definitely black. He's not a white guy. Yeah. And let's talk about Santa. I don't know about him either.
They don't want to talk about that.
Yeah. It's a fucking great song. But that's how I got turned on to hip hop. And then my brother had the bar where we had Red Alert. But
That's
different music. That music, it meant something. Like it talked about 9mm and My Philosophy, like all those songs. That's the shit that I loved. Eric B was great, but I don't know this new stuff at all. It's terrible. Talking about that because I'm fucking old. How are you feeling about being 48? What do you? How does it feel?
Dudes
just can fucking age, man.
Listen, I gotta get healthier. I eat horribly.
But you don't drink and you don't smoke.
I don't drink, I don't smoke. Thank God, saved me.
Did you ever?
Never.
This isn't like I'm AA now because I used to be fucking psycho.
I'm not a former alcoholic that's sober now. I never drink.
I would have loved some dark stories.
Never.
I was always like, I cleaned myself up.
Boring. When I was on the road with Little Kim, there was so many girls around. Like all the other dudes, the hype man, the guys from Junior Mafia, they got all these girls. I used to be in my room watching Golden Girls or Three's Company. I was a loser.
You're a nerd.
I'm a nerd for sure.
Yeah.
But I never drank, never smoke. But I want to get healthier, which I'm really trying to do. I'm finding out I have like food addiction. And I'm glad I didn't do drugs because I'm like, oh shit, maybe I'm an addict. Like really.
What's your food addiction? What's your go-to?
Oh, all of it.
What? Don't all of it to me because I love food. What?
I mean, junk food, like fast food.
Me too, man. It's gross.
Fast food is
I've had McDonald's in every fucking country in the world with the best chefs at home. McDonald's every day.
And mind you, I eat good meals too. I go to really nice restaurants,
McDonald's
but then
is the best.
Go get McDonald's. I don't want to trash McDonald's. You guys have been good to me.
I love McDonald's.
But like fast food, like junk food, pizza.
Love pizza. Elio's is my favorite thing. I got Elio's in the fridge. What I do cook, I eat like a 12-year-old. You know what I love? Steakums. Remember Steakums? I want Steakums with fucking Cheese Whiz.
Love Steakums.
Cheese Whiz. Fluffernutter. Remember Fluffernutter?
Yes.
That's the shit I eat. If you looked at my cart when I was in this, with storms and shit that was happening, I don't do that anymore. Now I Instacart. But when I had to go food shopping for myself, they were Ring Dings, Steakums.
I can't go food shopping for myself. It
looks like I have a 12-year-old fat kid at home. Boy, I got mac and cheese. I'm not even kidding. Yo. Ring Dings, Yodels.
Wait, you do Elio's?
Love Elio's. I have it right now.
You do Stouffer's French bread pizza?
No.
You never did Stouffer's French?
Of course I did. Do I do it now? I do not.
Oh.
Elio's. But Stouffer's French bread, you can never get it. It would always get wet in the center. It never really crisped it up. Crispied it up?
I mastered it. You gotta be patient.
See, I can't do that.
Lower heat in the toaster because you wanna rush it. You gotta lower heat, let it really. I could cook in a toaster oven.
I think I can cook in a toaster oven too.
I know the right temperature for Elio's pizza. You gotta put the foil.
Oh, I love Elio's pizza. My God, Elio's pizza.
When it burns on the bottom, you scrape off the little burn.
Best, and it's got the lines on it. Yeah, it's the best. I can do English muffin pizzas. I like if I'm gonna do it myself. English muffin pizza. I like that better than the Stouffer's. But for me, so any mac and cheese, I really prefer Kraft. But I know that at 53 years old, I need to stop. Because I'm also, if you looked at my Uber Eats right now, it is Lupe's 5 times a week. And in between that, it's McDonald's, Wendy's. I'm disgusting.
Wait, you get fast food Uber Eats?
Yeah.
Nah, I can't.
Why?
Not Taco Bell. You have to eat Taco Bell.
First of all, the fact that your whole body just went with it means I have to do it. Your whole body. You just went like this. He was like a girl with a crush. He was like,
you have to eat Taco Bell the second it's handed to you. Otherwise, it goes bad.
See, I can't have food like that. McDonald's you can have delivered.
Yeah, but the fries gotta be fresh. By the way, I
love Domino's. Love Domino's pizza.
Over Pizza Hut?
Yes. Yeah.
Thin crust?
Domino's regular pizza.
Regular Domino's. You do the chocolate lava cake?
No, I don't do no chocolate lava cake. From Domino's? Well, he's spilling the addictions right now.
I thought you were talking about food.
I am talking about food.
If you do Domino's, you don't do the chocolate lava cake. You're not doing Domino's.
No, I eat Haagen-Dazs chocolate ice cream a pint a day. 1 pint of chocolate Haagen-Dazs every day. Every fucking day. I'm a sick guy. Start the day with Kermit, end the day with my ice cream. Think I'm single much? Have like fucking 20 cats jumping around me now.
Well, I do gotta get healthy though.
Yeah.
But like, I don't feel old at all. But also, even when I was young, I was always mature. I was always on top of my business. My friends were knuckleheads. I don't ever dress up. I don't like dressing up. I don't own a pair of shoes.
I'm gonna buy you shoes for your 50th.
I won't wear them.
I'll buy them for you.
And I love, like, I don't know. I just like live this good life where I like get to travel, do my job, my passion.
You don't feel the age. You don't feel it.
Not really.
God, I fucking hate you.
When I tell you feel it.
Dude, do I feel it? So do you see the difference in women's age? Don't make everybody hate them, but do you see the difference between girls in their 40s and girls in their 50s?
Girls, you're not gonna like this. I think you're you're too much focused on it. I don't think it's as bad
We're
as
too
you
much
think.
focused on it.
Yes.
The world is fucking focused on it.
No, it's because you let the world. You are the world.
You are the
You
world.
are the world.
Should we sing
It's
songs?
too like I don't know. Some people, yeah. Some people like, oh, okay, she's not doing well. Like, but like some people, girls wake up and they're like, oh, I don't have makeup on. I'm like, you look like the same person to me.
We definitely don't feel like we look like the same person. Aging for me has been weird. It's again happiest I've ever been. God bless, I miss my parents. If I could be this age, this time, this space, and have my parents back, my feet wouldn't touch the ground. Because I have great friends, great life, great, I really have no complaints outside of my back hurts, wrinkles are coming, beard is showing up, the fucking hair is thinning. It's different for a woman. A guy, it's like, what do you get, a belly and some gray hair? I was like, what the fuck?
Well,
so do we. That's the difference. We both get bellies and gray hair.
I'm trying to get rid of the belly, and then I just finally, like, my shit was starting. This is my first beard I ever had, and it
looks good.
I like it.
Yeah, it's good.
I was like, oh, I should have had a beard before, but the gray's popping out. And I told
now
my
that
boy,
you're saying that, I guess you don't. But do you have a goatee? You have something on your face, or do you not?
I always had like a little mustache. It was always scruff because
yeah. Because
I told my boy, I say, yo, hit this up, get rid of these grays.
So you dye your beard.
It's twice so far.
It looks good. What do they do? They brush it in? It's a dye or a little comb? Because you can do it at home.
I wouldn't do it at home.
He doesn't like to do anything.
Cooking.
He doesn't like to do anything at home.
I got Dee Dee the barber.
Nothing at home.
This is the same blend that DJ Red Alert uses because I have red in my beard. He goes, yo, I got the perfect blend for you. I use Red Alert's blend.
Oh my God,
perfect.
that's amazing.
And it wasn't a lot of gray, but I'm not ever going to be like gray beard.
I think you should do it.
What?
Just one day, gray beard.
Nah, never.
Well, it would take a long time, actually. I'm kidding. Of course you do.
I will be 80 years old and you will not see a full gray beard and gray hair.
So you're going to dye your hair?
Jet black. Ricky Ricardo.
I love it. Thank you.
Jet black.
See, you're a little bit more on our side than you realize because a lot of dudes would be like, no, I don't care. I'm going to let the gray. At least, see, you care.
And I've been moisturizing.
Like, little by little, Cypha's like, oh, yeah, this aging process,
I get it,
I'm
but
fine.
like...
Hold on, let me get my Nivea out. I don't know.
Also, you gotta just be who you are. Sometimes, look, people take a lot. I take a lot of pictures, obviously, right? Yeah. Sometimes I look at the pictures, I'm like, oh, I don't like the way I look. I go, Cypha, that's how you look. Just be who you are. That's how you look. Don't try to fucking...
I was telling Michelle the first time I saw myself, I was like, oh my God, I look terrible. She's like, it's about the content, Kelley. It's about the content. I'm like, the content's fabulous. I look horrible. And she's like, stop looking at yourself.
We're our own worst critics.
I just think it's different for women. Women, it's a harder game. It's a harder game for us.
I'm not knocking you for it.
Yeah.
But I don't think you have to beat yourself up and like get so stressed about it. Like, it's who you are.
Yeah, I'm running with it. I got no other way to go. I'm going with it, but I'm definitely
Sidebar. And you don't have to go crazy hardcore. Like the eyelashes. What are y'all doing?
With fake eyelashes?
What?
Yeah, I mean, I like
not
them.
You, but the fucking...
Oh, no, I have some. I have a couple on, but mine are...
No, not the...
No, mine are...
Not what they're doing in the hood now.
No,
what are these things?
They look like windshield wipers. I don't fucking get it. And women wear them, and when they do it, that's it. You're stuck. You're set.
What are they? But is it like attracting to your eyes? Like, what are you trying to do? What are you doing with these eyelashes?
I don't know, because I have never in my life had a man say, I like your lashes.
And then if you bring that up, they'll be like, I'm not doing it for a man. I'm doing it for me.
Of course they're doing it for me.
Okay, so what is it you're doing for you? What is it that you want?
For me personally, when I have done lashes, which I do have like 5 or 6 left right now, it does open up your eyes, but I do like subtle, you can see
okay,
them,
so it's
but then there is the windshield wiper.
So it's attraction to the eyes for some reason.
I guess, but I don't quite know. Though I know what you're talking about, the fucking crazy ones.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of them now. Yeah. And it looks like you could see the line, you could see what I don't know who they're doing it for.
Yeah, I don't know.
And it doesn't make anything look better. It looks weird. Your eyes look heavier.
Very weird.
And men don't care, right?
No, I never met a man that cares.
Yeah, probably the opposite. Like I'm
talking about the most materialistic guy. Like, yo, my girl, she got to be skinny. She got to do this, that. Eyelashes never.
There's a name for those guys? I thought they were just guys.
Guys do this and girls do that. That's only certain guys who are very loud.
Clear.
There's a lot of guys that aren't like that. I think a lot of girls are listening to the loud guys.
Yes.
But there's also a lot of quiet guys that don't care about any of that stuff.
Well, where are they?
They're everywhere.
Well, because they're quiet. We don't know. Because guess who? I only hear from the loud guys.
Go in your phone.
I'm going on my phone.
Type friend zone.
What's friend zone?
You know when you put your guys in the friend zone?
I don't have any friends in the friend
You
zone.
have friends. Everyone has friend zone.
I do not have a friend zone.
Those guys in the friend zone are
they
the
in my
guys you want.
No, they're clearly not the guys I want.
You think you want the other ones. The things you list that you want.
Oh, this whole show just took a turn.
So we just took a left
You're
turn.
staying. This is going to be a 4-hour episode.
The guys the things you list that you want, these guys have it. But you're looking for the bad boy or the high value, the whatever. Like,
I love that you just thought for a second, like, let me hit Kelley with this
And
one. You got the bad boy. No, not so much. You got the high value. That's
high level guy, but
the
it's
guy.
all just it never works. And then you don't like the high level guys have other girls after them, and then these guys they're like I like me personally.
The quiet
I like
guy.
a plain. I don't mean to sound insulting. I like a plain girl.
You know there's some girl at home right now going, really, Cypha, tell us how you feel about me.
I'm sorry. I like a plain girl. Like, dress up once in a while for a special occasion, but
Okay.
also, like, live your life, not always trying to get, like, the craziest fashion and makeup. Like, you could live regular.
Here's a question. What's your opinion on me on this stuff? I don't mean my looks, but I mean, am I a girl who's always dressed? What am I? Give me your...
Yeah, but you're not faking it, though. You have great style,
Oh, God, I love you.
right? You have great style. You have great... yeah, but see, you're
No, keep
different,
talking
though.
about how great I am. I like
You
them.
have,
I'm kidding.
like you always look put together. You always look good, but you also have a good personality,
Thank you.
right? So like, there's a lot of girls that look really good, and it's like empty, like no.
Donnell said to me once, Donnell was like, he's like, I don't know, I don't get you. Like, I don't know if you're straight. I don't know what your thing is. He's like, because you don't give off anything. You're just you. And I'm like, I don't know if that's bad or good. And he's like, yeah, I can't figure you out.
That's also like a New York thing, like
Yeah.
especially you're from Brooklyn. Like a lot of New Yorkers are like very real, and it's hard to put on like there's something that's fake, whatever.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
there's like a realness to New York. It's like an authenticity. You know what I'm saying? So that comes across a lot in you.
Oh, thank you.
So a lot of girls
Cypha.
are just like, no, but like, I'm not knocking these girls.
No.
I'm friends with airheads, you know what I'm saying? But like, they're nice people.
Yeah.
But like, I like to sit down and have a good conversation about whatever. Like,
Yeah.
we could talk about whatever. Thick girls that try to be skinny. I'm like, no, it's okay to be thick, or it's
Yeah.
okay to be. I mean, I don't want to, say maybe thick's not the right word, but like, you don't have to be like this tiny little girl. A lot of guys will like you, but it seems like they're only going after these one type of guys. Like, the stats on dating apps.
Women we lie about our age and our weight. And men lie about their height and their income.
Men only lie about their height is because, especially lately, it's because women are obsessed with height.
Who? I'm not. I like short guys.
You're very rare in this world. I mean, when you doom scroll on TikTok and Instagram, which I do, is height.
Really?
Oh my God, it's incredible.
For me, I'm 5'5". I'm like, you're 5'6". I'm great.
No.
Great. I
There's
don't mind being low.
I ask girls, listen, you meet the perfect guy. Hair the way you love him, in shape, loves his mom, makes good money, takes you to great dinners, buys you great gifts, goes on vacation, plans
him.
the date.
Where is he?
He's
on Ryan.
5'5". They're like, oh, no.
Oh, I would.
No.
Fine.
I'm like, everything you want, everything on your list except, and they're like, no.
Who are these girls?
Everywhere.
That's the craziest thing I've ever heard. It's never been.
These girls are everywhere.
Really?
Everywhere. I met a girl in London. We was in London with Dave, and I met her at the hotel because there's like the bar, where we always hang out. She had to be 5'2". And I was talking to her. I asked her, I go, everything you want, but he's 5'6". You're 5'2".
Yeah.
He's 5'6". She's like, no. She's like,
Okay, this is not. I don't know these people.
they're everywhere.
I would know it. For me, it's the opposite. If someone's like over 6'2", 6 foot, anything over that, I'm like, that's too tall for me.
That's the thing
I
now.
like little. I mean, not little. I like men who are like, you can be short, but like have some substance.
Tall dweebs are killing it right now.
Really? Where's my tall dweeb? Maybe I'm just looking down too
Yeah,
much.
maybe looking down. You gotta look up. Look up and connect the rainbow.
Oh,
whatever you
dear.
said.
Rainbow connection. I have a couple of rapid fire questions
Okay,
for you.
ready.
Okay. Best pizza in New York.
Oh, this can
Best pizza in New York.
If I'm gonna send a tourist from New York, visiting New York, I'm gonna send them to Joe's Pizza.
Okay. Bleecker?
But I like Ben's on the corner of
Thompson.
McDougal and 3rd.
Oh. Okay.
Because that's right by the cellar. That's the one I get all the time. It's good grandma slice.
Okay.
But if I'm gonna send somebody, Joe's.
Okay. Lucale for me. And L&B Pizza, Spumoni Gardens in Brooklyn.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Those are good.
Best borough. Where do you want to?
I hang out in the city. I'm in Manhattan, baby.
All right, Manhattan. I still say Brooklyn.
Of course.
Best New York sports team.
I don't care about sports, but I'm going to say Yankees because they're from the Bronx.
Oh, back to the
Yankee
Bronx.
guy. Yeah.
Whatever the New York Brooklyn team is, I pick them.
Yeah.
Is there a New York Brooklyn team? I like the New York Brooklyn
Nets.
The
Nets is what you're trying to say.
My favorite. Love them. Go hockey. Do you want to fuck, marry, kill?
Sure.
Okay, fuck, marry, kill. The subway, taxis, Uber.
Oh, kill the subway.
Okay.
Marry, taxi, fuck Uber.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I'd fuck a taxi and marry Uber.
Yeah.
You're never gonna be able to call your husband if you marry the taxi. You can call it the Uber. You gotta think ahead.
No, but
Thinking like a woman.
Uber
Taxi driver will be running everywhere. Couldn't get a hold of him.
No, Ubers
Like my man on
are.
an
It's the changing of the prices. Also, they lie where they are. Also, it's like a gamble of who you're gonna get.
So basically, it's like dating.
Yeah, it's dating.
From a woman's point of
Yeah,
view.
but a yellow
Yellow cab.
Hey, I'm in a rush. You run outside.
But you're never gonna
You
see
see
the
that
same person
light?
again. That's it.
No, but the taxi is the person, not one taxi.
Okay.
The taxi system.
Oh, you're gonna.
You run outside. Only in New York.
Okay.
You run out. I'm late. Run outside. Taxi.
Right. Not anymore. But yes, when you.
Not anymore because who fucked it up? These hoes.
Yeah.
Uber's the hoes. Hoes fucked it up.
I'm always in love with the hoe. I'm always making the wrong choices. That's why I'm single.
But Subway-
I would marry the Uber.
I could never get on the subway again and be happy.
I just took a subway for the first time in a long time down here, and I got to tell you something. I didn't take a subway my whole life.
Yeah.
I'm the wrong kind of New Yorker. I got car service
too.
back and forth to high
Yeah.
school. It was always gross.
Yeah, it's gross.
I always felt like I needed to be fucking sprayed down. It's like walking past Felix on a Sunday, and anyone who knows what Felix is in Soho, if you walk by Felix on a Sunday, you want to get cleaned off after you get sprayed by. It's gross.
I can't do it.
So that's how I feel every time I get off a subway.
There's
Like, I just
danger.
need to be cleaned. It's stranger danger, right?
Danger, and then you get on the subway, it's like,
Well, that's only when I'm angry. Oh wait,
no, not you, somebody else.
I know, not me.
I'm like, oh man.
But it took from where I am down here now to get to when I might be doing stuff on my face, I might have to go to 80th and fucking Madison, and it takes so long to get there because I'm at the ass end of the city now. I might as well be in Brooklyn again. So I found the 4 and 5.
No, it's for speed.
It's for the speed.
It's incredible.
It's really fast.
It's incredible. Better than
If you
any
haven't tried
city.
the trains in New York City, they're very fast. But use Mace.
Yeah.
Bring some clean wipes. Don't look
as
up.
far as speed to get around, especially in Manhattan, it's the best. I like being in traffic in my car,
Listening to radio.
TV.
Yeah.
I got my phone. I got TikTok.
So you know that I think from New York, being from New York, I have never given a fuck about traffic. If I'm running if I'm running something, Chase, I'm not running. I don't care when I had a job I had to run. I never ever ran for a subway, never ran for a plane, never. If I'm late, I'm late. And that's it. And if there's traffic, I sit in it. I would drive into the city and pick up my girlfriends from work, rush hour traffic, sit at the Battery Tunnel. I didn't give a shit. I played the radio and I was fine. A deli cat, they said bodega cat, but I don't know no cats in bodegas. Deli cats?
Bodega cats are real.
Well, I mean, a deli cat. I say deli.
Okay.
You say bodega or deli? Two different things.
Bodega and deli are two different
things. Okay.
Yeah.
But there's deli cats or bodega cats. So I don't know which one are we picking. I don't want to pull one out. I'll just say a deli cat. Or is a bodega cat more across the board?
For what?
Just in general. If you're gonna think about
I
a
say
cat,
bodega cat.
okay. So bodega cat, a rat, or a New York City pigeon.
For what? For what?
Fuck, marry, kill.
Oh.
I know all of them dead.
Rat is kill. I can't stand rats. I guess a pigeon is fuck, and then a bodega cat because bodega cats.
He works. He
Oh,
got a
yeah,
job.
he's home. He's got a good. You know where to find him.
See, so he's my Uber driver.
Yeah.
Here's the thing about that. I can't do that one because I find all of it disgusting.
Yeah,
But
I agree.
Did you know that pigeons? So I really don't like birds. Like I really don't like. It's one of my biggest. I'm afraid of flying things from like a butterfly to hummingbirds to
I
fucking.
agree.
Got a feather, get the fuck away. But you know that we made them domesticated and that we treated them like we treat house dogs and cats, pigeons, and then we threw them out in the street.
No.
Okay. Pigeons were treated like royalty. They had houses. We taught them to bring letters back and forth. They were trained. They were worshipped. They had little hats. They had little houses. And then as soon as we found the male, they had these domestic. That's why they're not afraid of us. That's why they don't run away. That's why they don't move out of your way, because they are trained animals to be like, now. That's why they're not afraid of us.
Because so it's in their DNA.
It's in their DNA.
It's like blind homeless people in Rochester. Rochester was the home of Kodak Film.
My grandfather, I know the Kodak.
Okay, so you know that. So Kodak Film hired a lot of blind people because all the film was made had to be made in the dark. So like we could hire blind people. They don't need lights.
Is this a lie?
This is real. And they learned everything about film when they were blind. And then Kodak kind of went out of business, and they just like.
So there's just blind pigeons.
Mad blind homeless people in Rochester, New York.
Are you kidding me?
There's like a whole blind homeless community.
But so you know, the Kodak is Brighton, Pittsford, and Rochester. That's where they're from.
Yeah,
that's where the Kodak Mansion is.
Yeah, there's the Kodak Museum.
Yeah.
It's
well,
beautiful.
the Kodak Mansion is actually it's haunted.
Oh.
Anyway, I had my grandfather from Honey Eye Falls. A lot. So they're haunted by the blind people. They're just banging into walls by mistake. They're not trying to scare anybody. They're just falling. They're hitting into each other. That's not funny. Sorry, blind people.
No, that's fine.
Well, they can't see who I am anyway, so if they recognize my voice, I'll just run faster. Cipha, thank you very much for coming.
Thank you.
Thank you for being my second guest.
Okay,
ever.
Here's the problem with being a second guest. Yeah. The show is still finding its footing.
Yes.
So I'm happy to do this. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming.
Once this shit gets going, I gotta come back.
Okay. You're gonna come back.
Got it?
Promise.
Because don't just guinea pig me. I want to come back.
No. I mean, I'm kind of stepping up.
When you sell it
and like Cypha who?
You're on the Oprah network or whatever it is, and then you like,
yeah, no.
I'm gonna be like Kelley, and you'll be like, I'm taking a picture.
That's called a callback. Thank you very much. I love you. Thank you so much for coming. Hey guys, thank you so much for showing up for Still Can't Cook. Subscribe to us wherever you listen to your podcasts, on YouTube or any other podcast provider. And if you're on Instagram or TikTok, please follow us at Still Can't Cook. Love to have you guys back every week. So happy that you joined us and look forward to seeing you next week.